The upcoming Masters of the Universe movie, slated for release next year, carries a substantial legacy to uphold, but it's already showing promise by surpassing the 1987 version, starring with the Dolph Lundgren in at least one significant aspect. Directed by Travis Knight, Masters of the Universe is in capable hands. Given its rich tapestry of swords, magic, and sci-fi elements, the He-Man stories hold great potential for a cinematic adaptation, and judging from these latest updates, that potential could very well be realized in this new film. Initially introduced as a toy line and eventually expanded into multiple animated series. These stories blending elements of science fiction and fantasy, revolved around Prince Adam and the realm of Eternia. By brandishing his sword aloft and uttering, Adam would metamorphose into the valiant He-Man. In this potent form, he confronted the malevolent forces of Skeletor, a captivating and iconic villain in animated media. The upcoming movie aims to rekindle this enchantment with live action. 2026's Masters of the Universe reboot appears to have fairly accurate costumes, and the new film seems to put a great focus on matching the look of the cartoons. As a follower, I must admit that details about the upcoming Masters of the Universe film have been scarce. However, the sneak peeks we've gotten so far have been quite impressive. Initially, images of Prince Adam in a pink shirt left many puzzled due to their earthly setting, but even if this look partially adheres to the original canon, more recent photos have instilled a sense of confidence in the project. The first official still from Masters of the Universe showcased He-Man's costume and sword, and it was an astonishing replication of what fans had envisioned for a He-Man movie. Lately, a sneak peek at Camila Mendes as Tila was unveiled, and it appears fantastic. Although there are slight alterations in the original content, such as providing the character with full pants, the appearance seems remarkably consistent with the animated characters. Despite the new movie likely making some adjustments, it's reassuring to see that that considerable attention is being paid to accurately portray these two characters. With numerous versions available for reference, it looks like the film has done an excellent job of creating something novel, yet faithful to the source material. Masters of the Universe's accurate costumes go beyond Tila and Adam. Costuming for other characters, including Man-at-Arms and Skeletor, are also strong. In Eternia, there's a vast array of characters, and it appears that the Masters of the Universe cast is introducing quite a few of these well-known figures. And this year at CinemaCon, Masters of the Universe garnered some attention, with Screen Rant present aside, and the movie showcased a strong emphasis on practical effects, and it was disclosed that many characters and designs from the animated series have been meticulously recreated as a tribute. Additionally, some footage was unveiled during the event with descriptions like this. In this BTS video, a clip highlights He-Man's iconic sword, while the director reminisces about his childhood toys, the exclamation, "by the power of Grayskull," that they can be heard, and there are numerous practical effects combined with the effects showcased throughout the footage. Authentic costumes from the original animated series are on display, featuring characters like Tila, Man-at-Arms, Skeletor, and more, along with massive physical sets. The scene concludes with He-Man's hair billowing in the breeze. It's reassuring to learn that the costumes for additional characters, such as Skeletor and Man-at-Arms, unveiled at this event, align with their animated counterpart style. Although the movie might deviate in certain areas, the insights from CinemaCon suggest that the original show's distinctive style will be maintained. Given the intricate and captivating designs of these characters, it's heartening to know that the upcoming project has prioritized preserving their vibrant styles. Masters of the Universe's costumes already look better than the original 1987 movie had. There's many of the 1987 movies looks were weak. In the 1980s, I found myself captivated by the cinematic output of the Canon Group Inc., particularly their 1987 release. The head seat, while it wasn't entirely off base, it didn't quite hit a mark with audiences. You see, this studio was renowned for churning out films rapidly and on a budget, but sometimes quality took a backseat in this process. Some of their most notable projects were met with widespread criticism, being the significant drop in quality compared to previous installments. Followed a similar pattern, aiming to create a film that would be both cost effective and potentially box office gold. As a passionate fan, I've got to say that while He-Man's costume was decent, there were quite a few other outfits in the movie that fell short. Characters like Evil Lyn and Skeletor, played by Frank Langella, seemed more like low-budget productions, and some others, such as Tila, didn't seem to embody the original source material, and this unfortunately gave the entire film a cheap, hastily assembled feel. By placing more emphasis on visuals, particularly costumes, the new movie is laying a solid foundation for success. And as a movie enthusiast, I can't help but ponder if the 2026 adaptation of Masters of the Universe will surpass the 1987 film. And while the original canon version has earned its place as a cult favorite, the franchise itself is grand, thrilling, and packed with action, qualities that could potentially resonate with a much broader audience. Because with an accomplished director, careful attention to detail, and top-notch costuming, this fresh take on the franchise might just make He-Man more beloved than ever before.